We're going to read some selections from it. We weren't able to get in touch with a lot of the poets that had contributed, so we're going to read the pieces that some of us that are in it have done, and then this is going to be kind of a regular poetry reading. You what?
I'm reading from this.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we reached out to some of the poets, a lot of the poets, and only 2 came through, myself and David Jewell here, and then Jonathan Lowell is going to grace us as well with his work. So yeah, so we're going to start out with him here, if he's ready. Good? All right, please put your hands together for the poet, Jonathan. Just do like whatever feels comfortable. I don't think we're going to do our own thing as much.
Okay.
We might do like 2. We should talk about this. We might do like 2 or 3, and then we'll switch out. Cool.
All right. So I'll start with this one. I was in Montreal a month ago, and I fell into this really complicated relationship with the Olympic Stadium. And so this is what this is about. Right. Let's see. You were not built to be a home, but you must be home to someone. You have greeted my eyes from every angle of this city, flashing your face when I cross Montreal and Saint Laurent, or emerge from the metro station, or sit on a rock on the side of a hill. You are both creature and cage, tied to your own tail. You follow me around without moving. I feel I'm always walking towards you, even at night as I turn away from the blue glow of your skin and begin to walk home. I expect you to appear at my feet as unmixed concrete. We have poured so much into your perfect oval shape, architectural folly, the shame of public debt, the baseball team that abandoned you, the voice of an opera singer floating through your concrete ocean. When I look at you, I come to my own sense of failure, how to get on when things are dry and set in place. And I know you want to move. I feel it as I walk along the edge of your shell. But you have become a master tied to her puppet so inextricably that they can no longer be torn apart. On my return, I may find you demolished and swept away, but I will believe you untangled yourself from those wires and escaped. I regret not having left my echo inside you, that I just tiptoed around your edges, but you are not built to be a home. I'll read this one. Let's see. This one's an old one. It's called Road Song. Wincing and stalled on the side of the highway, I was rummaging in my book of maps when you flew through the crack in the window, just another feather shedding herself from some southbound bird, preferring drift to migration. Let me rest a while on your floorboard, you said. I want to live by the ocean. You nuzzled my shoe as we headed east through the night. Conversation leaped through the car like wet sand poured through a perforated bucket. And dawn came and blinded us, and the hot sun stirred the winds, lifting all things not held down. Now, as you scramble up the side door, be sure to listen to what pours through the window. At first, it sounds like the unison roar of a burst dam, but after a while on the road, your ears adjust, and you picked up the cracked harmonics of the wind, the low tractor rumblings of heaving earth, the swirling alto sheets hanging from the line, the high tenor whine of a distant ambulance traveling in some unknown direction.
Hello. Got the Alien Zine here, the raw, and I love the alien theme of the Alien Zine. And this this bit by the Zaki Nada, I feel real, real good about this person I found on the World Wide Web. She's on Instagram and Tumblr, and very prolific. These short, like 4 3-line emotional bullets she writes every day, like sometimes more than one. And I just, sent a message to her. I don't know where she lives, somewhere in Eastern Europe, I think. And told her about the Alien Zine. And so she sent something to the Alien Zine, and here it is in 3 dimensions. It's almost like calling a ghost and telling them to like print a book. It's just this voice on the web, and here she is in 3 dimensions in a magazine. I don't know if she has it yet. I haven't emailed her yet to see, but I'll have to find out. But I'll read like some of the first ones of this. I love the page layout too, of these bizarre symbols next to her stuff. I love her name too, the Zaki Nada. What are you gonna do? Little shreds of a soul. I am a heart that walks on broken legs. I write in an attempt to deliver it where it should have been a long time ago, but I fail every time I try to move. I am stuck, and that's why I write. I am stuck inside a mind that shuts me in and a heart that shuts me out. I am alienated in my own anatomy, and that's why I write. Sadness is the native inhabitant of a human soul. Happiness is its failed invader. I was afraid that my heart would be invaded by an alien soul till I realized that the alien lives within me. I don't know what's more alien, me or the mask I hide behind. She walked with darkness dripping off her shoulders. I've seen ghosts brighter than her soul. She has a soul that was alien to her body, a soul that didn't belong, a soul that couldn't fit. Her whole body was a mask that concealed her truth. And this is her trying to write on the theme, like, I think she's brilliant. And then when she's just writing her own stuff, I don't know, I think it's just amazing. And then this is a thing I did for auto rap. It's an app on the phone, and it turns whatever you say into a rap song. It's really so the auto rap version is much better than what I'm going to do. But I'll just do this one. We are the alien. We are the alien. We are so alien to ourselves. Why we always ask where we come from, where we've been. You are so alien to me. I am so alien to you. We are the alien. Where we come from, someplace else. We don't belong here. Whoever felt like they belonged here, down on Earth? Are you kidding me? What's going on down here? We are the alien. All the animals look at us in fear. They know we ain't from around here. We are the alien. You are so alien to me. I am so alien to myself, to all my different selves. I don't know who all of me is, all of myself, all of who I am or was, which way to roll. I don't know. I am so alien. We are the alien. I am an alien. You are so alien to me. I am so alien to you. Let's go say hi to the other aliens.
The door slams, so everything seems written in lowercase. You take to drill in the locks. Shit, I got keys for days, stacked high like the Great Wall of China is, where countless perished in latter days. They were just buried in the wall along the way. There's no record of their names, but they say that you can see their grave from space. Let's at least humor tradition. You keep the beat, I'll be the creature laughing. Or I'll just keep the plan simple, you stop shivering. See, this thing is magic. A room without a floor, firefly lit. This thing is damaged. The sky with a tower fallen from it. If every name needs to be rescued from itself, then it's so nice of you to bring me to my knees. So set the meat grinder to cruise control and ring me when you get free. Cherish that road like forbidden beauty, baby. Even crumbs are craved when you're hungry. And I'm not trouble, but on the real, fuck the straight and narrow. Everywhere we go is borrowed. And getting carried away is for prey. So I keep my head where my hands are. And I keep secrets like firewood. See, when everyone's gone, you're gonna wanna enjoy your own company. We all get lonely with others around too. Another round of applause gone missing today. Endless newborn cradles sway. Stay, quick to move, but not too fast to miss out. Allow my smoke signals to whisk into your side of the sky and read, don't believe the papers, the kingdom has fallen. I saw the bodies bending, I heard the whimpering, I cupped the rubble in both hands like I could fucking drink it. You can send more border patrol, but we the people, we will always find new ways to die. To wrangle our wings until they look like turbans. Bones and knots like a giant snake got the last word in. Tie a ribbon in your hair. The second pair of eyes. We the people, we will always find new ways to die. Make a bed where you're not afraid not, honey. We've evolved perfect for right this instant. So why the crocodile lifestyle? Write my story in cheetah print. Native tongue rolled up like a red carpet. Buried deep within the maze that birthed it. Today we migrate, battering the piñata of yesterday into fluttering monarch manana. Ole! That was my contribution to the alien team. All right, I'll do one more, I guess. It's not an alien zine, but it's kind of alien. Can't help it. Art is a reflection of self. Even the righteous gotta watch their back these days. Too many see it as a stare. I peep the moral lens of my adversary, scary, dawning, blinding eyewear. They're claiming God-given, offer smallpox conditions, blanket statements of hate, about face or checkmate, my move, game change. About to turn these tables like a fucking DJ. I don't ring twice, but stay hit and send. FKA twigs turned up in my ride, my stereo's my best friend. Motor purring like claws retracting, seat exact, windows blackened, blessed like Gesundheit, or when a miracle happens. Cut from the same cloth. Fuck. I just wrote this one, sorry. Built to last like a tumbleweed, a mover and a shaker. Cut from the same cloth as Tempest, born to meet my maker. I accompany like Perigee. My haters sweat like wasabi. See, they cover up like clouds, and I eclipse actually. I plant flags where pulses peak. You put an ear to the wind, that distant whistle closing in is me, present and visionary. While others just wait around, talking about, wait and see. But don't mind those thorns, it's all a part of it. Layered sweetness shatters to pieces, leaving you nothing but avalanche fit. And breath becomes radiant when a stranger to cadence. So gasp hot like butane blue, equal parts home and thou art loosed. Diplomacy is the authority that I choose. So I always keep a vacant room in my worldview. Respect shown to only known tried and true leveler. Hear every note, note the resonance though of the ones we hum together. We're an immigrant nation with plenty of songs torn from throats. Still our hands clasped together, source strength untold. Beating the odds is always worth it, bar none. It's a simple sentence, not a labyrinth, from many, one. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks y'all for being here. It's been a while since I've read. You say when you're nervous, you're supposed to imagine the other people naked. I can just say I expect the same from you. So I'm going to read a few from the chapbook that Rothpop put out last December. It's called Postcard Habitats. So this is called From the Bunny Slippers. I woke up feeling like a wet orange sinking through the bottom of a paper bag. All the men in this house are neatly folded towels stacked in the hallway closet. The newspaper that explained things so calmly yesterday is blowing around the kitchen. The dust got radical. They built a hideout inside a pair of bunny slippers. Left outside on the porch, I watched their propaganda films to get over my hangover. The shadows cast against the synthetic velvet walls are grotesque and highly unoriginal. You were right. No one was looking for me. I don't know why. I keep hiding anyway. So these are all really short because they're little postcards. Let's see. Ooh. This one's creepy. It's called From the Fields. I felt the stalks and crackling holes tickling my heart's chamber walls. Later, my esophagus and inner ear, then scratching the back of my eyelids as I slept. My hair changed color and no one seemed to notice. Empty burlap sacks appeared around my feet. By now, they probably have patented those seeds that the wind blew into my stomach last spring. I signed my name on a shadow. It was a confidential settlement. Breathe this air at your own peril, and remember your body will become food for someone, just like any other. I'll read this one more from here. We're gonna do one more round.
It's whatever you want to do, really,
Okay.
at this point.
Oh, cool. This one's called From the Chrysanthemum Bed. It is a glorious thing, my friend, to no longer be flying in airplanes, staring down at cities like piles of electric spaghetti. I'm dependent on the wind now, a Samara breaking free from the Japanese maple hanging from the balcony. I flutter to the ground like a post-it note slipping off a laptop screen. I tumble along the sidewalk, pushed along by the gusts coming from the shop doors until I settle into the soft earth of a chrysanthemum bed. I don't know if this is where I belong. I don't know what hand may scoop me up like a ladle from the soup that is this city. But for now, I'm content to listen to the cacophonous whispers vibrating off the pavement. The other day, someone leaned down and whispered and lamented how briefly things come together before falling apart. Thank you.
Nice.
I'm going to read my bit from the Alien Zine on this cool paper. I wish artwork could make sound, then it could be up here reading it, so yeah, great artwork in here. And there's a mixtape that comes with the zine, a CD of a lot of really good music. Just so you know. One day, the devil challenged God to make a creature without fear. But the devil, being from the south, had a slight accent. And God thought, the devil said, a creature without fur. So God made man. We ain't got no fur. Got plenty of fear. If we had fur, we'd have less fear. I would. Have some claws too. We eat from around here, you know. We're the alien. I'll read a couple that came to me in various alien moments. It's a shark dance in the summertime. Animal lust around the corner waits for feeding frenzy. Subconscious speed shifts to childhood like a bombed out building. Pornography counts the money in your wallet. Fireflies look like strobe lights. You chop up stars with razor of memory, laying out white lines against infinite black sky. Every idea you ever had moves away from you at light speed. You wrap the tie around your arm, jam the needle in, see black and white pictures of yourself floating in an inner tube. I have that photograph, but it's in color. My sister used to live in Wichita, Kansas, and I visited her. That is a very conservative place. And I went to Dunkin' Donuts there. And when I walked in, I felt like people looked at me like I looked like Rick James. Like, I looked kind of like I do now, but I felt like I looked like Rick James. I'm in Wichita, Kansas, AKA the middle of nowhere, which for some reason feels like standing in an empty field while an army of toy poodles gnaw my ankles. I'm eating lots of sugar, though not smoking as much as I could if I concentrated a little harder. And I'm merely sipping my coffee. Robotic ideas march through my synapse gaps with their eyes closed and their mouths agape. Their lips drip, their nostrils flare. Why not eat another dozen donuts? The waitress asks, waving the coffee pot in front of me while I stare into its crystal ball. The floor is a river of lava. I'd better stay right where I am. I notice absent-mindedly there are enough notches in the ashtray for me to keep 7 cigarettes burning simultaneously. This calms me somewhat, like the soothing voice of the dream mother I never had, some sultry vixen with long red fingernails and whiskey on her breath. What brings these thoughts into my head? Random jet planes trying to land while the control tower is exploding. Country music drips like hydrochloric acid from the tinny speakers stuck in the ceiling, and the drops hiss as they fall into my cup, converting my coffee to nuclear waste. I don't know what happened, but my life exploded somewhere, and I woke up miles from the blast, my heart a shattered red window I can't get back through. I want an Uzi, so I can open fire inside the Dunkin' Donuts. But I don't want to shoot anyone. I just want to make the donuts dance the way they do in my dreams. The cop, 2 seats down, turns his bovine head and stares at me like he knows what I'm thinking. The gun in his holster. I could lean over and grab it so easy, one smooth motion like a dance step. I stare into the black crystal globe of the coffee pot again and ask Martha to pour me a fresh one.
Real quick, did anyone who contributed to the Alien Zine, are they here right now? They want to read their poem? Really? Yeah. Awesome, dude, come up here. Awesome, cool. We were really hoping you'd be here.
Oh yeah, I got the Facebook.
I'll be on your seat.
Yeah, take it.
Cool.
No problem. I'm in this under C. Samuel Reese. You can just call me Christian. One sec. There's a red face on this. Ah, there it is. So this is the beautiful spread, gorgeous, right? So the poem's called Decomponent. Kind of like astronaut, except for dying. What did she meet below? Rotting Proserpina with gray cap pedigree. Mycelium memory, gilt gold leaf, her halls rounded hollows for gods and diffusing prayers. Heavy invocations never float to strata where air is less a god and more a thinly concocted firmament. Down is where prayers settle, Down they slip between cracked soil where the primordium sprouts a pinhead godhead. Descending is the simplest tug. Feet to concrete, shamed eyes to sneakers, fog and fumes, unutterable spills. Be it blood or spittle or water, all tends downward. Her body did the ferryman's work for him. Pulling tendon from bone, slack muscle from skin, she crumpled like an empty vat. Beneath her tongue, she hid pomegranate seeds, in case they served only truffles below. Thank you.
Does anybody like a piece that's in the magazine they want to read? No. Okay. Well, we're getting on the last lap here. I guess I'll do a piece. Okay. Scruffy amber daybreak hails from the Atlantic. Idles full throttle over Texas. Before redwood trees lace it, Pacific grass sunset. So many maps to dissect, and they still make them new. Somehow I always trace you down, you rare insect you. Billions of people, and they still make them new. Somewhere someone in a dashiki just fell in love, and elsewhere a boy stands shoeless with an AK, can't get enough, and I'm just with my hat tilted like, you ain't from around here. Dagger in my belt, track standing on a fixed gear. A merchant of diamond cut success, wondering if you still kiss like you just got a paycheck. Throat full of fire like an emerald, drippy sticky pheromones. Lipstick lipped now for sure, in some faraway place. The rouge streaks fading on my pillowcase remind me every day that you're something lost in a blanket, like when death is soft and painless. And the truth is, while we're stopped and thinking the clock stays ticking, the future stays staring through bandages, the past panhandling. All of our hands etched by amniotic fluid. Then we use those hands to draw lines in the sand. I see the map of our fucking ruin. See, soil will take anything. In fact, it's the destiny of everything. So many folks already all zipped up, and I'm like, good goddamn people, you only live once. YOLO. No, that's not the end, but thank you. That'd be fucking hilarious if that was the end. Anyway. If you need mother, she's drinking, taking Xanax. If you need father, take him. I can do without the rants. If you need me, I'm in peak season, blooming right and grand. So come on, shake out the branches. Make out in a graveyard, just do it fully brandished. Shake up, shake up, shake up like Spanish dances. Woo! That was it. You guys like the other better? I'll start getting that. Okay, so, what do you guys think? You guys having fun? Keep going? Well, I just don't want to keep them too late. How much time do we have?
As much as
You do one more.
Should we see one more? Okay, sorry. We're still learning how to be calculated with the Ralph department. We're rather new to Ralph, so yeah. Let me think of one. I haven't read this one in years. I'll do it. Try it. Man, actually, I don't know if I can remember that one. Sorry. I said, God damn, girl. Those thighs demand a thread count. Got me Bermuda Triangle shaky. And y'all used to gauge my manliness with punch-outs. Now I know it's the times I didn't swing that made me hard as a square nail and just as old school. Throw 1,000 tiny dice, anything but prodigal. I want to tell you that I know it all. Flick away the centipede of disdain, speed dialing our fervent au revoir! See, that's the fucked up thing about goodbye. You never know what you started. And I've been smoking too many cigarettes again, wandering through Zilker Park without any of my friends, drinking dead men's drinks until I come to in the morning, dream switching, path naive as a reflection. See, one can rewrite the script until their stomach stops its drip, but at the end of any and every day, civility, like the sun or a breeze, cannot be stitched into place. Vultures circle to a boiling point as another roadside attraction is lit like a hieroglyphic, naturally selected, bones picked. See, everyone goes. Not enough get lost, not enough have ghosts reading over their shoulders, not enough realize what they really got. And there aren't springs for the steps that I've missed. But I've been going to heaven on my own time this whole time anyway, dallying on dismantled axis, panning for first glance gold. And as surely as your fingernails grow, I've been born again as the moment between our last touch. Okay, Jesus, okay. Want to come back up? Okay, cool. Put your hands together, please, for Jonathan, third and final.
So these last two are new poems. And yeah, I feel a little nervous about it because I was working on that postcard book for a long time, and then I was kind of like just become sort of the security blanket. Like that's the only kind of poems I can write. But I think these do the job. Cool. I have trouble with the titles though. You know, like journalists, like their editors make the headlines for those articles. I feel like that's what I need. Like I need somebody to just write titles for me. Yeah, I hate that shit. Okay. You sit in the dark with your silent letters and a heavy flame at the bottom of your breath until you swallow the morning whole. With the rivers dangling from your fingers, you create new topographies daily, slowly remaking the shape of the land, an alluvial fan, moving the earth back into the water. Your legs are like spools of thread unfurling, dancing in your house behind the billowing red curtains of your own body, briefly exposed and then hidden. You are candle flickers in a cocoon. Some men look at you and see a blanket to wrap around themselves or a tapestry to stretch across their wall. But one can run their finger along you and any marks they make will disappear immediately. You are all flow and heat and undulating earth, creating your own wind patterns and moving in spirals. And there are some who claim they have held in their hands the map outlining where your borders lie. But don't believe them. You're not a continent. No one can break a piece off of you. This one's for David. It's like part ode, part roast, part allegory of love, and it's really more about the David Jewell in my mind rather than this David Jewell or the David Jewells in your minds. But in all honesty, David, I don't know if I'd really be up here if I hadn't met you like a couple years ago and really kind of got this ball rolling to really help with that. So I did come up with the title for this. It's called Sleepy-Headed Angel. I think that's a David title, maybe. It's part of the roast, maybe. Delusion Angel. David Jewell is a sea fog that rolls into the town above the Arctic circle of my mind, just as I was about to catch a 6 a.m. flight back home. Baby, he says, why don't you stay a little longer? We can dangle your legs off the edge of the harbor and listen to the squeals of breaking ice. The fog lifts. David becomes a cup of water at my bedside table. My mind is a loaf of bread thawing in the mud-covered street. I remember all the outrageous promises we made, that we would fry each other's voices for breakfast every morning, that we'd take a walk every evening and pick each other's ghosts off the curb, tie them into a bouquet, take them home, wash their roots off in the sink, stick them in a vase on the windowsill. But David Jewell is a karaoke song that you think you know until the lyrics flash across the screen and you realize all this time you never paid attention. He repaints the lines on the streets every morning, rewires all the traffic lights, creating new paths through the city. These days, I have become the road I was trying to build, always unfinished. The traffic is piling up. I'm waiting for my engineers. I'm waiting for my lovers. David pulls me up and carries me to the quietest place on earth, the bottom of an 8,000-foot mine in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I hear the loud fist of my heart. My eyes adjust to his photograph collection of melted galaxies on the walls of government buildings. I say, I'm not sure I understood. I say, I'm not interested in mysteries anymore. I say, David, baby, we ought to put our dreams in the context of all the other dreams. I keep listening, but the buildings keep getting taller. Nobody wants to draw circles anymore. I keep listening, but all I hear are echoes. Thank you.
Thank you, that's awesome. I'll tell you what, I have to wake up really early to paint those streets. Rewire those traffic lights. Wow, thanks, man. That's awesome. I'm speechless. So more promo of the Alien Zine, this Twilight Zone marathon thing. It's a lot of fun. The first one I read, it's like, I know that one. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but not the nose. You know which Twilight Zone that is? Well, look it up.
Learn something.
There's 9 more, so let's see, 8 more. Yeah. I know about 4 of them, 3 of them, 3.5 of them. This truck driver. Motel light shines in the pool. I stare out of the window, room 14. It smells like Lysol. I turn the TV on and the sound off the minute I walk in the door because I want something else living in here. I need the electric energy or something. My beer is empty and I crumple the can in my hand and toss it over my shoulder. Got no idea where it lands, but what the hell. I like motels because you can be messy and tear the place apart and it don't matter. You don't live in it long enough for it to get you down. I pick the stuff up eventually. I don't let the maid do it. The motel light shines in the pool. Deluxe Inn, it's called, and it's as deluxe as anything else, I guess. I'm about 20 miles outside of Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, and I got about 800 miles to drive tomorrow, maybe more. My mind is humming like the neon in the motel sign, shining in the pool out there. That's what I think existence is all about. Surface tension, the kiss of rubber on the road, the kiss of light on the water. That's about it in the long run. Then I have one about DNA. Yeah, light and water, you know, kind of where life comes from. And then DNA, who knows where that comes from? That doesn't make any sense at all. It might be aliens.
Full circle.
There's a theory that
From a comic, right?
aliens made themselves into DNA and they're hiding inside of us because other things are looking for them. But DNA is some weird stuff. And for a DNA molecule to form just by itself is, the statistics are the same as a hurricane blowing through a junkyard, forming a 747 ready to take off. Yeah, chances of a DNA molecule. And I think that's probably about right. What other? Yeah, so when does like this pebble that isn't alive become this like little thing that is alive? That little gap. So this is just a real short piece. Shamans see the serpent all intertwined like ayahuasca spirits trying to open their eyes. Some say it's dragons from outer space hiding out down here from some other alien race. Elements of reality, elements of dream. Where does one come in and the other one leave? This is where I leave.